born in Venice, Oriente, Cuba. I born 1936, and my life as a kid is pretty good. You know, I'm happy. We are go to school, playing music and all this stuff in the street. I have a brother and a sister. It's a 3 year apart, and I am the middle one. Yeah, I'm the middle one. I started first working when I'm 19 years old. Not much is to help my father, because he have a like a little ranch, and I help him wherever I can. We go to school. When I go to school, I get out of school as 18 years old, and I don't go to work right away. And then I work, you know, like I said, help my father, and then later on, but I started doing some little side job, and that's until I come in here. Before Fidel, yeah, we live in we live in here in the United States. You know, you can buy whatever you wanted. You have everything, clothing, and all the stuff. And I decided to get out of Cuba when I had to tune up my old shoes. That way they give me another shoe. And that's not the type of life we live. When Fidel came in 1959, and then he said that we are, you know, a free country and all that stuff, but he changed. When he declared communist, this one I come in here because of 1961, I think, yeah, 1961, and I come in here in 1962. My father is the only one. I don't tell nothing, nobody. By the time I have a wife and 2 kids, and I don't say nothing. Yes, one of my friends, because and my father, that's the only one. When I get out of Cuba, I came in with a $40 and like 40 pesos, and here we can't use them in the United States. We had to change, and because we don't need it, you know, in the way here. We left Cuba. It's an I don't remember the 8th of September or 9th September, but middle of the night, we left Cuba. With 14 people come in, 13 people come in with me, and we don't have a boat or nothing. The only thing we have is the motor, and then this guy, he stolen the boat for the government. He go across, swimming, pulling the boat, and pass the 2 guards is in there and the sea, and then he go a little bit out, and then he started, you know, go to the place we are to jump. We have to jump about 10-12 feet high on the side of to the water, and then get in the boat. When we do that, this lady is a 70 years old lady. She jumped, and when she jumped, hit in the boat and break her knee. And then the little baby is 1 year old baby. We had to catch him in the boat. And the boat back and forth to the side. We started like maybe about 12:30, 1 o'clock. The only thing, the guy is supposed to have the compass, and I think he take wrong, and then we go straight to the way we go straight to New York. It's a real, long way. And all day, we go all day, running, and everybody's getting sick, except me. And then I take over to the boat. And when it started getting dark, I stopped and I started looking around, and I see behind me the light for the signal to the all the boats and the
lighthouse.
Yeah. And then we decided why I go around, I don't tell nothing, I go around straight to the light. And when we get in the light, right in the light, and we want to start to do it, the motor stop, and we can go to the ground. We have to stay all night. This guy, he jump in the water, but we start seeing the big fish in there, and then he get up in the boat. We have to stay all night, and the sea takes us down and down. But I never go to sleep. I just start look at the light, because I don't want to lose the light. And everybody's sleeping, and the other guy there talking and all that stuff. This guy, we have a mechanic with us. He want to start the motor, but he can't. The next day, when it's getting, when we have the light, and then he started cleaning up the spark plug and all the stuff. He put it back in the motor, and then they started. And then we go back to the light. And when we get on the light, everybody jump in the water, and the ground. Everybody jump in the ground. In a minute, the sea break the boat apart, and then we have to stay there. The first thing we do in there is cut the line for the gas for the light. That way somebody had to go in there. And we stay there and waiting, and then the lady is hurt. She lay down there as a little baby, and then we have one of these when you put the milk in the farm, we have one of those. And then the water we have in there, when we get out, it's go away. And we have to, we put a fire in there, but now we don't have a match to put a fire because there's a lot of wood in there. And this guy, he's the mechanic. He said, okay, and he bring the motor in there, and he take it out of the spark plug. And with the spark plug, we put gas in there, and the spark plug, we start the fire. And then we put some water in this container, and then they have the top, and we put something in there. That way, when the water start boiling, we go on the top, that one's coming, down, and that's that we use it to give it to the lady and the little boy. Oh, we have with us this a pistol 45, a 45 gun, and we have it in there. And after 2 days, one of the guys said, "Okay, we have 15 bullets, We have 14. As might as well use them. One bull for each one, and 2 for me. And then when he put the gun away, we put it away. We hide him because he's we scared to him to be crazy and start killing everybody there. And then next day or at night we are getting hungry, and it's a lot of bird in there, seabird. But we can kill it with the feet. We hit him and we kill him. Because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them there. But we put it in the fire. But it's nothing. Don't have nothing. It's bones and nothing. And a stink. Just fish. What they eat. And we're still there. And then the fourth night, we sitting under the fire because we make a big fire, look like something's burning in there, and we hiding behind the light for the little island in there, and we see this lady. She said, "It's a light over there. It's a light over there," and we can see because we are outside in the fire. And then I run over there where she is, and then I look and I see a light coming straight to us. And when they're getting closer and closer and closer, it's a fishing boat from Cuba. And then everybody, the lady, help, 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 and they don't stop. They go by, but when they go a little far away, he coming back, and then 2 men get out from the boat, and the little boat, and ask us, what are we doing there, and all the stuff. But they pick it up, these men, and they pick it up and take it to the boat. The guy don't do nothing. He's real sick, and he don't talk. He don't say nothing because he don't know what we say to these 2 men, about we doing there. And we tell we are because it's close by Cuba. We getting lost in the sea, and we stopping there. The boat is broken and all the stuff. And he said, "You guys have a gun or something?" I said, "No, we don't have a gun. What do we need the gun for?" And they started taking, the two or three to the boat, to the big boat. And then the last one is this guy and myself. And I asked him, "Where's the gun?" And he says, "It's right here." "Okay, give me that." And then I take the rope to start the motor and wrap it up in my leg. I put it in my leg. And then when we'll go to the boat, I go to, everybody's in one space there, and I get in the middle and I sit in the floor to take it out the gun. But when I take it out the gun, and fell and make a noise, and everybody make a noise, with their feet in there. That way the guy think it's everybody do something. And then this guy take the gun and go straight to the captain. And when I go to the captain, and he is telling we're going to go to a Rigi Light. It's a Bahamas little island in there, and he said okay, but he asked the guy under the boat. He had to lower down the speed in the boat, to can turn around, and the guy don't want it. And then we use it forever. They have some big piece of wood in there, and we take one. The other one don't say nothing, but he's the only one, don't want to do nothing. and we telling, okay, if you don't stop, we could break the window and and kill you. And then the guy go and slow down the motor, and then we can turn. And the guy, when the guy go to with the gun and tell this, the captain to take it to the rig light, they said, okay, put the gun away. I know you. I know your father. Your father worked in custom, and said, I take you forever. I said, we are 3 days behind. We supposed to be in Cuba 3 days before. I think the same day we cut the line, and there they were looking for the light, because that's the light they take it to go straight to Cuba, to the place they go. And then they take them over there, and we go over there, and we jump out of the boat, and we give it everything we have, all the money, the motor, everything. We don't keep nothing. We stay there about 3 days. We are in the little, like in a jail in there, and the lady, they take it to the house with the families, because they don't have too much space in there. And we stay there, and I think about 2 days after that, the police opened the gate and said, okay, you can stay, go walk, and they given us the food and all the stuff. And the third day, they put it in the boat, a big boat, and take it to Nassau. And before we get out of the island, they drive a little bit forward, and then this guy get out in the little boat and go over there, and when he come in, he bring a goat, and that's the food we eat, and that's because it take like 2 days in the boat, in the big boat, to Nassau. And we jump in the boat and take to Miami. But before we get in Miami, it's a big storm, and this guy had to go around on a big island, go around and stay in the back that way until the storm coming out. This is the dangerous part that we have on the way to here to Miami. From Cuba to Miami, 12 days. Because we get out in Cuba, like I said, I think the 8th and about 12 o'clock, it's already 9, from 9 to 21st of September. They take us to this hotel, it's like a refugee center. And then we go there, and they give it, like $60 each one. And by that time, it's a good money to live, and we stay there all day, and then they look for us some motel, cheap motel, where you pay $20 for a whole month, and nice, And then we go this place as it's a Cuban restaurant. They give us one meal a day for $7. It's $1 meal, and that's good. That's why we can live without money, the kind of money. The hotel where they take, the hotel we take first, we stay there free for 3 days. That's part of the refugee center. That's in 1963. I stayed there in the hotel In February, I enlisted to go to the army in 1963. I go in the army for 8 months. For 8 months, it's a special program for the Cuban to be in the army. You know, that one's a lot of them. They use that one, to get the resident in here. Um, I spent 8 months in the basic in the army. In October, I get out. I go to Miami, and I started working in the same hotel. I live in there for 3 months in the same hotel. I started working there. He paid me $20 a week to taking care of check all the room is ready, it's clean, and all the stuff. And I have for everything. And I leave it there, and I don't pay. It's better. The first month when I get it out, I go to the Social Security. By that time they give me $30 a month. But I don't use too much. I not even go to the welfare. I don't use the welfare or nothing. I can do that, but I don't use them. And it's working in the hotel, and I live there. I go to a restaurant, eat him, and and I live with that one. Two the guys come in with me. That's a friend for over there. They come into Colorado. They send them to Colorado, and they send a telegram to the refugee. Tell me that I have a job in there, and they put me in the plane and send me to Denver, Colorado. And they right there is when we started working in this hotel. They both working in the hotel, and then I started working with them in the hotel. And not too much pay, but we have food in there and everything, and in the apartment we live like four together, and that's not too much money. We have to spend in there because everything by that time everything is cheap, real cheap. And then when we work in there, one of the guys, he started working with the Mastercraft, the kitchen cabinet. And one day he told me, "You want to go work over there?" I said, "Yeah." And then I started working with the Mastercraft. I started working in the warehouse to put all the cabinets, come in for the paint, and put it away and wrap some cabinet and send them the truck and all the stuff. And then I go, and then they want to put something in charge, and the manager asked it to to the other guy who got that. Nobody wanted, the people work longer time in there. They give the chance, and they don't want the responsibility. And then they come in to me, said, "You want it?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" And then my job is, check the inventory, keep the inventory, till everything is there. And but surprise for him was that one day we are in the office. He said, "Can you make me the list for all the cabinet we need?" And I grab a pencil and paper and I write them up in there, and I tell him all the cabinet we need. We are low. We need more. He grabs it. "Are you sure?" And he don't believe me. He walk away and go over there and check it and see, because I tell him how many we have and all the stuff, and the stock. And he coming back and he say, "Oh, why? How do you know that?" Because I do my job. I tell him, I do my job. And then when they said they opened a place here in Arizona, they asked me if I can come, if I want to come in here and to work like help the manager, and the plants. I said, "Yeah, okay." And I come in here to Arizona. It's in 1968. The first time I go back to Cuba is 1979, 1980, and the end of the year. I go for a week over there. I stay a week over there. When I go there from this state to Holguin, and there they put me in a room, because when I paid for the room and the trip over there, because I can stay there for the 7 days in the room there, but no, I go with my family. They know that, and they put me in a room for that 1 hour, and then when I get out there, he said, "Okay, go to the restaurant." My way to the restaurant, I see my father, and then he gave a hug and I talked with him, and I said, "Come in with me," and the guy said, "No, he can't go with you. You have to go by himself." Okay, and I go to eat, and when I see the plates, all the food they gave to me, and over there they don't have nothing to eat. When I get into home, because they don't have nothing to eat, that's when I see it. It's made me sick. It's a real bad year for Cuba in the 70s, because it's when you don't have too much, with Russia. And when I get in, my father, he have a big pork in there. He kill him, and we have meat for 2-3 days. But he cut some part and send it some, the families around there. And I think by the 4th day, I stayed there. I started to see some families bring some plates, and I said, "What are this they bringing?" I said, "Food for give it to you." And they said, "No, Mom. If you don't have for you guys, you don't need for me. I can go over there and start eat fruit or cane or forever. I don't need that. I don't need it. Take the food for because they are real bad in there." And at that time I leave some money, but they don't do too much with the money there, because they have nothing to buy. The good thing is that my father have the little ranch in there. He grew some food for them. But that's a real bad. When I come in sick. I'm sick, depressed without see that stuff. And then I go back to 1996. I go back again when they open. You can go no problem. I go 1996. I spend a month over there, and then I go in 2010 or 2007. 2007, and it's one of my daughters is real sick, and she died of cancer at that time. Yeah, I miss Cuba. I miss Cuba. Over there the life is a lot of before, no now. Now I don't miss it. Now I don't want it. But before, Cuba is a beautiful place to live. It's you don't have to worry about it. Nothing there.